And Rest to 16, therefore, one umpire.
anaje muri mu kanisa niyo kunyawe aganya bari obwira obwira
Ni eklezia si kanisa.
Microphone check. Sound check. Comment section. Microphone check. All right, good evening, dear viewers. Good evening, Africa, most especially in the comment section. I just want to be sure that I am now audible. Kelvin. All right, welcome to Big Money Billions Facebook streaming platform as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube streaming platform. Today, the 20th of December 2024, is the ultimate rematch between two of the best players from their respective countries. From Uganda, Simon Lubulwa, nicknamed the Computer, and from Zambia, Kelvin Nkandu, nicknamed Difficulty. They are racing 216 for 1,000 US dollars. To present to you this match in audio and video, my name is Simon Peter Chowe. Now, the little bit of news is that this match is happening as a consequence of the match that happened about exactly 2 days ago, actually 3 days ago, when Kelvin stepped into Uganda. The first player in Kelvin and Murphy's tour of Uganda that Kelvin did have a match with was this guy, that is Simon Lubulwa. They raced then to 16 for $600. A match that was won by Simon. By the way, Simon is the guy donning the orange, the Ugandan, while Kelvin is the guy that is donning the kind of khaki grey long sleeved shirts. Simon won by 16 to 11 at Q Masters Arena in Kampala. The victory for Simon, Kelvin probably wasn't convinced about a thing or two and immediately asked for Simon and his management that he wanted to rematch. The condition that his management did put up was, of course, the manager of Simon is Mr. Zaki Diro, who is also the manager of Roxbury, is that he wanted the match to happen at his own arena, which is Roxbury in Chiwanga, Mukono district in the country of Uganda. Now, here we are. These players have given me $1,000 and have given me full permission to give that money out to whoever of them is the first to 16. One frame has been won by the Zambian in Kelvin Fikoti. Slow frame it was, as is the second. I think it is because the players have too much respect for each other. That's why they are starting a little bit slow. As Kelvin finds he's already off the cushion, Simon is pretty much the home player, though this is not the venue where he stays and maybe plays, not where he practices, but it is where his team in the Ugandan Pool League, that is Roxbury Pool Club, it is where they play their home matches. So he's enjoying home advantage as well as pool table advantage. But the table is Diplomat Super League brand. It is top quality. The table doesn't favor anyone. Maybe it favors the better player or the player who has the better game on the day. In the meantime, Kelvin Fikoti is leading 1-0 against Simon Lubulwa in a race to 16 for $1,000. Playing the yellows is Simon, who came a little bit late, about 30 minutes late when he came to the venue, because driving his other manager, who is Miti. He was immediately called for a briefing by the Roxbury management upstairs. Whatever they discussed, God knows it. But of course, this match is so important, most especially to Kelvin, not to allow this guy beat him twice in the space of 3 days. It will be a little bit painful. Simon is more senior in terms of longevity in the sport. Kelvin is more senior in terms of accolades he has gotten in his step in the sports. That makes it a little bit balanced as a match. Both players are very good, most especially at the offensive game. Home advantage belonging to Simon, that is nicknamed the computer, the guy that is queuing right now. Kelvin having a little bit of anger, having been defeated in the first match. He was able to make amends a little bit the following day. That was exactly 2 days ago. He did win a race against another Ugandan in Ian Kazwe. That was quite convincing. I think 13-7 the final score was, as Simon gets snookered before trying to put the black. Actually, the shot was for him to put his last yellow. He used the white ball to open up the black. He wanted the white ball to set that black near that center pocket. A shot that he got wrong because he got himself snookered. In the end, he will be trying to find the black off the cushion. Hopefully for him, put it. He finds the black, but doesn't put. Advantage, Kelvin. Now, a red frame looking as good as this, Kelvin will never ever fail to finish. Here he is on the black to make it 2. Yes, he does. Zambia 2, Uganda 0. Kelvin 2, Simon 0.
Tugenda Masaka agenda Lusaka. No, like how many?
Because I'm saying I said the one price. I would think now you will qualify automatically.
Short your boy.
And yes, in the meantime, this match is being streamed on 2 platforms: Facebook, Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter, YouTube, Break and Finish Live. The Facebook video is diagonal, the YouTube video is horizontal. Both videos have the same exact commentary. And yes, just over 50 fans are at the venue. Only one of them is supporting Kelvin, of course, Moses Mafia, and the others are supporting Computer, courtesy of him being the home best player. His personal manager, Zach Idiro, is also at the venue watching here at Roxbury in Chiwanga in Kampala. Entry to watch and enjoy is absolutely free. We probably want to put 2 yellows to corresponding corner pockets on the left and right respectively. Seems to be getting his groove. This one, first frame, Simon lost a bit convincingly. Second frame, he lost a little bit unfortunately. Third frame, he seems to be getting his groove. Only this one. It is the match that you guys are going to enjoy, no doubt about that, because both of these players are very magnificent offensive players. Pulls one back, Simon. That is why you can hear the support and cheers from the back. Simon 1 and Kelvin 2. So Simon's fans are singing the song Shake Shake the Mango Tree. Instead they are chanting Shake Shake the Apple Tree. They are asking him to give them an apple. They are asking him to break and finish on Break and Finish live channel. Here is Simon's second break of the match. Yes, a good break it is. Both yellow and red put it on the break. He only has 1 dead red ball on the table. The rest are there for the taking, and about 1 yellow ball, and the rest are there for the taking. And this is probably, yes, a frame that will have no reason not to try and go for break and finish. And here is Simon going for equalizer by break and finish. Nero fan is asking who won the first meetup. It was won by the guy that is playing right now, Simon, 16-11 at Ultimate Polo Arena in Ntinda, the neighboring district of Kampala in Uganda. Thank you for watching. You are predicting, you are tipping Kelvin to win this race. All right. Good luck to you and to him. Dixon thinks Computer will win 16-14. Miss Makandwira, thank you for the appreciation. Benny Ongom, good evening to you. Chiza Amedu, welcome to the stream. Brian Ford Komakech, and Nash Shafi. Thank you for watching. You are watching Simon Lubulwa attempting to finish frame number 4. Maybe here to put that red ball to the corner pocket, bottom right of your screen, white ball opening up the other red, which is what he's doing. Red is open, but not open enough. He just needed a little bit more energy. And you just get a feeling that if he doesn't put this red ball, the level of this game that at which it is being played, at least for the start, then it will be advantage. Kelvin, maybe he'll be going for bank to the corner pocket on the top right, which is what he's doing. He came, gets a chance at least to play, but I think Kelvin is now favorite to win frame number 4 and make it 3-1 at least. That was a little Simon a little bit, making sure that he informs Kelvin. And folks watching on YouTube, please tell me if your video is buffering. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, tell me if your video is buffering. Such as all right, thank you. Vase Caden, you seem to say that the video on YouTube is fine. That makes me happy. Julius Basibu, but you say it's buffering. I'm now watching it. It seems fine. So maybe it will need no adjustment, at least for now. Kelvin has a chance to make it 3. And I want to believe that yes, he will. I did not see that coming. I didn't see Kelvin missing a shot. He was the first player to the venue. He came here and reached about 1 hour before Simon had more than enough time to feel and test the table, and gave the table a thumbs up that it is very good in very playable condition. Simon has a little sight of that red ball. Whatever he will do, your guess is as good as mine. He almost got lucky if the red ball had kissed the black there. This one is slow frame number 4. In which Kelvin and Simon are battling for 1,000 US dollars. By the way, tomorrow there is another comp in the district of Masaka, about 120 kilometers west of Kampala. Kelvin and Mofia and Simon will be part of that one. It will be coming live your way from 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Keep your fingers crossed. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., KV Christmas Cup Championship in the district of Masaka, Western Uganda. That's 64-man championship that will be coming live your way for 2 days. That is Saturday and Sunday from KV Pool Arena in Masaka. For now, Simon Lubulwa is trading 2-1 against Kelvin Fikoti in the race to 16. Live commentary is resuming shortly.
Ezo zimumala sayimo tugende kugenzi baba. Akira kuma. Kule mwe binyo alumise mali bala.
Ngale mruma kajira aruma.
Kule mwe binyo alumise mali bala.
Yatite. Juve yatite. Anatetema huyu.
He wants to win. He has to win.
One thing that me and you will be guaranteed of when it is Kelvin versus computer is entertainment. But for 3 of the 4 frames that we have watched, computer's attacking game has come just a little bit short. He needs to be more consistent, or else Kelvin will pounce. It is the 27-year-old computer playing accurate white against the 26-year-old Kelvin. Forget about the height and the body sizes and maybe beards of these guys. They are not yet in their 30s. And when you compare that one to a commentator who is knocking on the door of the 4th floor, you understand how God gives talents. He has light sight of the Black Simon. My goodness. Quite clear the best shot of the day so far. Even Kelvin is clapping for Simon. It is 2 for Simon and 3 for Kelvin. Break and finish with Simon's manager, Zach Idiro. is tipping him with some money. Every time you see Simon coming to talk to the fans, to interact with the fans, it is because they are tipping him with money, like Ugandan fans normally do. Once again, it is Simon 3 and Kelvin, Simon 2 and Kelvin 3 by break and finish. But what makes it even more magnificent is how he spotted that black. I want to beg your pardon. It was Kelvin who broke and Simon finished it. In the last frame now, Simon gets to break and puts at least one ball. In the first match, after one set of 5 frames, it was Simon who was leading 3-2. Now it is Kelvin who is leading 3-2. And I just want this one to be this second of so many money matches that should come up between these guys. I just like it that way when the top African players contest against themselves as many times as possible. It is what the sport needs. And of course, it is what the viewers need. But the times that Simon has been having matches outside Uganda, he has been playing tournaments, but not exactly money matches against players like Kelvin. If he can sink in one yellow and open up another, then he'll be good to go, which is what he's just doing now. It just happens in the game, you win a frame. When you win it as magnificent as a computer did, then your confidence level just goes high. And Simon will probably be backing on that for the rest of the match. I know he'll be starting with the yellow ball closest to the white ball, putting it to the corner pocket on the top right, bouncing the white ball a little off the cushion, just a little off the cushion like that. I think this one will be a clearance again by computer, this time by break and finish, and it will be making him win 2 games in a row using 1 visit over the table. If he draws the white ball properly backwards, he opens up the black. He doesn't even need, because he has full sight of the black, to the corner pocket closest to the bottom of your screen on the right, which he can put sometimes even with his eyes closed. No prize for guessing what is about to happen. Again, he will be coming to his manager, Mr. Zach Kidiro at Roxbury, and that is more money in his pocket. It's not a little bit obvious him closing the table by putting any of the reds, maybe one to the top. Kelvin will be by himself producing an apple. And thank you guys for watching. Welcome to African Pool Plus. Today, 20th December 2024, is a rematch of action that happened 3 days ago between one of Uganda's best players, Simon Lubulwa. They compete US dollars. Kelvin will not be happy with one of his red balls that played towards the cushion in that motion. And I think it will be that red ball that he will be playing last, because if he gets white ball to the top end, the top left end of the table. Then he'll be using that variable for getting white for black, which is what he's doing here. Good game reading, good brains, good execution. It is the only way that Kelvin can silence these Ugandan fans, because if Simon wins frame after frame after frame, then they will become so noisy and it will become so uncomfortable for Kelvin to play. And you can just applaud Kelvin and Mafia for daring to make a tour of Uganda. It doesn't come easy. They are the first non-South African players to tour Uganda, but Kelvin is responding to apple by apple. Break and finish. Kelvin 4 and Simon 3.
No man can clap for the wave.
Well, Simon, thank you for watching. But today you are not supporting your names, okay? You are supporting your country flag. Motesi Esther, you say you have 200,000 for Simon to shine. So, in case he wins, I will be calling your number just to ensure that. Let me first screenshot your message. Okay, yes, I'll screenshot it. Just in case you deny, I'll be sharing it on the WhatsApp platforms. Sorry, I'm not intimidating you. Shambarelish, thank you for watching, predicting Kelvin to win. Good evening, Esther. Wallace Garcia, supporting Fikoti, thank you for watching. I don't know who has deleted Rachel Mbewe's comment. I know she's watching this one, but under too much pressure, because if Simon wins, then Rogers will kill her on the Africa Players page in the posts tomorrow. Probably she's watching prayerfully. I wish you good luck, Rachel. Esther Makuvu is asking what Fikoti means. I actually don't know. But it is his nickname, and he likes it. Jonathan, thank you for watching. Evidence Katio. Oh, Evidence Katio, thank you for reminding me that Kelvin and Mafia are not the first non-South African players to tour Uganda. They are the second pair after Malvan Makonza and Eshka Chimbanda from Zimbabwe, who did tour Uganda coming to 4 months ago today. They didn't perform that well. I remember Eshka did win one of his money matches. That was the match between himself and Dembaba. And then Maluva also won one of his money matches, the first race between himself and Dog City. The rest were not victories for the same players. They also participated in 2 comps, one weekly comp and one 64-man single venue comp. That they did not win, but at least Eshka did reach the final of the Star Shooters Championship, losing out to the Ugandan in Ibrahim Sejemba. Of course, Malvan did return to Uganda 2 months later, which was about 1.5 months ago, to partake in the first edition of the ATA Super 8 comp. There after he had some money matches, defeating, having sweet revenge on Ibrahim Kayanja, but lost to Ibrahim Sejemba. And also lost to Joseph Kasozi. He also won a match against the non-Ugandan, that is Saif Ahmad. Outside of those, that pair and this pair of Zambians that are in Uganda right now, the other players that have toured Uganda are all South Africans. First was Bubu Mede, 2015. Ishmael Mtetwa, 2016. Aiden Joseph, 2023, as well as Jeremiah Naido, 2024, and he has toured Uganda, Jerry, twice in the same year. Juma R. Soko, waving your Zambian flag. Thank you for watching. And yesterday we started with the formalities which you have not been doing of late, standing up to the national anthems of both of the players. I want someone from the SADC region to just tell me why the Zambian anthem has exactly the same rhythm as the South African and Tanzanian anthems. but it is nice, and in my opinion, the best rhythm of any national anthem on the continent.
Principal. The rest is a formality.
And after that miss from Kelvin, fans are just roaring computer on, not to let him back on the table, and the computer is playing exactly to fulfill that. Frame number 8 between the Zambian and the Ugandan. I just like it that these guys love to play. Playing in the way that the sport lives to thrive on, the way that fans love to watch them the most. And whether you are supporting computer or you're supporting Kelvin, I know that the player that you're not supporting is also entertaining you as good as the player that you are supporting. For once computer gets to play snooker, it's not his way of playing at all. Also not the way of Kelvin's play. Sometimes conditions force you to play some way. Because Kelvin wasn't totally snookered, he does get to play one of his reds and limiting the computer to only a very marginal white ball. And the computer misses. I don't think it was best choice of a shot. He had 2 of those yellows that are in front of the black near the corner pocket on the top right, which were there to be played, and the same shot had a safety effect. Once he had played it, he gets to give an opportunity to play as good as Kelvin. And the Kelvin's role here is to make Simon learn that chances like that shouldn't ever be returned to the opponent. Has to avoid Kelvin. Contact between white and yellow, which was the case. Kelvin has only little sight of his black, which little sight may be could use to play that black ball to the center pocket on the left. I'm not so sure that the yellow ball of computer wouldn't interfere with the movement of that black. Maybe the corner pocket on the top left, maybe off 2 cushions, goes for the center pocket and gets it right. Very good shooting from the Zambian. Not so many better ways to increase your lead. Lovely double, lovely bank. Kelvin 5 and Simon 3. Fans are bashing at the guy who is flipping the scoreboard. He did flip 2 frames at the same time and has made 7. Thank you, Kidimola Sinyangwe, supporting Kelvin all the way from Zambia. Ernest Simwita, welcome to the stream. Rich Lubega supporting Simon, and Geoffrey Jonondo supporting Zambia Kuchalo. And it means Zambia to the world. And all of you guys who are watching from Zambia, all I can say to you is Zikomo. Simon 3. Yeah. Live streaming open by myself because of so many music copyright restrictions, infringement issues that happened when I was streaming the games, so I can't use it. That's why I am now using Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter. All you can do is to like or follow the page, then you will never miss any bit of action. But the sister channel, which is for YouTube, Break and Finish Live, is up and running, and this match is live on that one as well. So feel free to serve yourself on a platform of your choice. Big Money Billiards Uganda chapter Facebook or Break and Finish Live YouTube. Another moment of brilliance from the Ugandan in the computer, who is sinking black number 4 for himself. either green or red. Actually, 3 have been green and 1 has been red.
Take that one, then take this one, then. Yeah, that's the formality now. Now, not black. That's that yellow is not black. That's where white is supposed to be.
That will be the first very big miss from Kelvin in the match. Maybe the biggest miss of any player in this competition. Every time that Simon has been making such misses, Kelvin has been punishing him. You just have a feeling that it will be Simon's chance to punish Kelvin for missing a shot quite unexpectedly. Of the two players, Simon is more experienced. He became a renowned player in Uganda as early as 2011, only as a very small boy who could barely be permitted into the bar. As Kelvin goes for luck, doesn't put. And of course, since 2011, Simon was playing in the Uganda Pool League, playing for club after club after club. Right now, he plays for Roxbury, plays at this very venue in the Pool League. Of course, has won a few comps. Only won by the Police Station of Uganda. All comps have been won in Uganda. He has never won a competition outside Ugandan borders. He only came close last year, the V8 Pro competition in Kisumu in Western Kenya, losing out in the final of that 64-man competition to international countryman Rashid Wagapa, Dog City. And while Kelvin has been the most dominant Zambian player in this year, he has only won one international competition, that is a comp outside the Zambian borders. But it has been Kelvin's year. No Zambian player has come even close to what he has achieved this year. Of course, he won the car competition, the Kabwata car competition, the one that was sponsored by the Honorable Member of Parliament, Kabwata. So just like the Ugandan Mansour, Kelvin is driving this year from playing pool. He also played and won the second edition of the Super 8 competition of the ATA, the Advanced Talent Agency, when he defeated a Ugandan, by the way, in Caesar in the final. He has had a few money matches, Kelvin, against Ugandans before. The most notable ones include a victory and a defeat against Joseph Kasozi. He also had defeat against Simon Noble, of course, 2 days ago. And 2 days ago, he had victory against Ian Kazibu. And it seems the computer is going to make it 5-5 here to confirm the relative strengths between the two players, most especially with Simon at home. Love spin. Now this kind of black, even a weak player like Rechombe can put Simon 5 and Kelvin 5. A few renowned players are at the venue watching this one. Farouk Mutimba, Not very renowned as a young man, but a talented young man. Of course, Moses Mofia at the venue. Ibrahim Sejimba at the venue.
Anatetema sana bwana. Ameogopa huyu.
And after that, very precise shot from Kelvin. You just think that frame number 11 is there for the taking for him. In pole position to go 6-5 up with now 4 reds, 4 yellows, all of them positioned in perfect space, and the black ball which is there for the taking. His attacking play in the last 2 frames has become a little bit suspect. For whatever reason, I can't really tell. He had one unforced error in the previous frame. Now in this ongoing frame, we are seeing another unforced error. Whatever Simon can do for the 2 reds which are on the bottom half of the table. Make no mistake, he will be playing the red ball close to the white ball first. This is brave, as if there is space between the yellow and the cushion, the jaw of the. This one is a little stroke of luck. The resting position of his reds, he got even a little bit, he got almost a little bit luckier if he had reported that red, but Kelvin has a chance at least to play. And I believe that he will not be letting Simon back on table in the same frame in this one. If he does, it will be an underperformance. 5-5 between Simon and Kelvin, racing to 16 for $1,000 here at Roxbury Bar and Restaurant, Chiwanga. As Kelvin and Moses Mofia, 2 of their tour of Uganda, to win a 6 for himself, his management team, as well as for Zambia as a country. You simply have white ball bounce off the cushion a little with left spin, having an accurate angle on the black, and is 5 for Simon, and the rest is 16.
Fire.
So you're having the first time break of the match, which players are allowed every after 10 frames. Lubulwa Simon 5, Kelvin Nkandu 6, rest to 16. The match will continue in the next 3 minutes. For now, we can continue with our business in the live chat section.
Malokwatako mbibo. Mbibo ya Yesu.
Mutte. Mutte.
The first to reach 16 is the champ.
I thought there are other players who can play. I play one. Only these two players who play.
And welcome back to the stream. What has just happened is that right after the time break, which time break was requested by Simon, Kelvin comes time in and makes a reverse dish. It is Kelvin 7 and Simon 5. One of those breaks which you will not be so proud of as a player when the black ball just gets set to that corner pocket. It has 3 reds right behind it. Kelvin, probably because of the position of the 3 reds, will be going for the yellows, but the yellows are also not so good, most especially that yellow ball which is frozen against the cushion near the center pocket on the left. Decides to go for the reds. Maybe the inspiration is the fact that where the black ball is spotted at that corner pocket where he's standing, there is space between the black and the jaw of that corner pocket on the bottom left, where he can pass 1 or 2 of his reds direct or off the black. Has to be on target. Slightly off target is Kelvin's connection. It is limiting Simon to very few possibilities. Like you can see, Kelvin has now forced the revealers, who are quite many by the way, in their dozens behind my commentary position, and he has forced them to be silent. So the silence at the venue is sponsored by Kelvin. But it is very possible for Simon to sponsor noise at the venue. If you can win a frame or 2, most especially in quick succession, if you can equalize here, then the environment will be noisy again. That is a failure of that back shot, giving Kelvin chance to go for frame number 8 for himself, unlike it was in the first match. I normally like to say that when players are at pretty much not a very different playing level, there can just come a time in the match when one of them wins consecutive frames in succession. That is normally the time when that player gets to win, in quotes, the match itself. And Mafia is at the venue right behind me, learning some Luganda words, supporting Kelvin. And every time he supports in a Luganda word, the whole crowd just laughs. He speaks Kinyanja. Mafia, the languages are by the way quite similar. Kinyanja and Luganda. So many words are the same in meaning and in pronunciation. Just speaks more to the fact that while we have boundaries in our midst, we are one and the same. Our grandfathers are the same. So it is one of the reasons why sports is one of the most uniting factors in the world, if not the most uniting factor. But Kelvin's white doesn't unite to any of his reds. He has gotten himself snookered. I know he'll be playing off the cushion. I know he'll be finding one of his reds, but it is not business as expected because he's not making clearance here unless something happens for him to find the red and then pot it. That red near the black, finding it is not very difficult, but potting is a very different matter altogether. Actually, what is more likely to happen is that he could find the red, then play it right behind the black where it is pretty much unpottable. There he goes, and misses the ball entirely. And Simon doesn't believe his luck. He gets at least a chance to play and play with a free shot and a visit. He will be getting the white ball. Suspect choice of a free shot. and it turns out to be a pretty good free shot. In my opinion, he wanted to use one shot to open up two balls, only that the yellow ball near the center pocket is not fully open and he needs a recovery on that one. Maybe this is the time to recover. If he puts the yellow ball he's looking at, white ball bounces off the cushion, passes in between the reds, and then gets a groove on that yellow ball in the center pocket, which is what he's doing right now. Frame number 13 is about to be stolen away from Kelvin by Simon. And that was the would-be difficult ball of the frame. Now the computer has one yellow ball to roll to the corner pocket on the top left and makes it simple, maybe simpler than it actually was. He'll be having the easiest black to try and put this one. Even Francis Mukoko can put Simon 6 and Kelvin 7. Thank you for watching. Sir Gidson Mwila saying Zambia Kochalo, of course supporting Kelvin. Habanji Wesley, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Louis Ashraf, Kiri checks follow. You say that the YouTube stream is blurry. I'll be having a little look on it. Good. There is an even bigger likelihood now that frame number 14 will be an equalizer for Simon against Kelvin, making this match a neck-to-neck match, at least for the first 14 frames, as the first was, because it was 7-7. That is when Simon won about 7 frames in a row, and that is where he won the match. So folks watching on YouTube, I think that your video has now been sorted. Sorry for that interference. That is Airtel network for you, and I'm sorry if you are Airtel service providers. That is what you can provide to us in Chiwanga. Simon Lubulwa equalizes against Kelvin Fikoti in a race to 16. It is 7-7, courtesy of an up one. Simon will be walking to his manager Zach Idiro to receive money for break and finish in a match that is on break and finish YouTube streaming platform. Once again, Simon 7 and Kelvin 7. Kelvin has just got to put black on the break. By the regulations of the sport, actually the rules, the same player breaks the same frame. Someone will come to inspect that the black ball is spotted right. Maybe it's just mind games. I don't think he was serious about that all. But these players know actually that maybe what could separate them, what could determine what could be the difference between victory and if it could be the quality of the break. That's why they are quite cautious of how the balls are placed before the break. Kelvin will try again. He needs a big break, and to put at least one ball, a big break it is, but a dry break. Not a very good split of the balls. Not one where you will be fancying yourself as a player to be going for break and finish. But I want to think that Simon will try. The trial ends in error because he fouls. His intention was to have the white ball bounce off the top cushion, then move backwards to try and open up those 4 yellows that are near that cushion on the top left. That is why he ended up instead potting the cue ball. Kelvin's free shot is not effective either.
Akabiro. Musukuruwa. Nice one.
And by the way, these guys, Kelvin and Mafia, they have the stamina to move 120 kilometers on the road immediately after this match west of Kampala to the district of Masaka, where they will be participating in the Christmas Cup Championship of the KV Pool Arena. It will be happening tomorrow at KV Pool Arena, Nyendo, Masaka, with Simon, Kelvin and Mafia as part of 64 men in a competition for prizes in cash that will be for the top 8. And by the way, even next weekend there is an even bigger comp of the Pool Association of Uganda. That is the end of year championship, and those of you who have been following pool on this platform for a while, you will be knowing that that tournament happened at the same time, same weekend last year. It was won by Bwanika Mansur in the men's category and Rokia Naiga in the ladies category. That tournament, the 2024 version, is happening next weekend also, with Kelvin and Mafia in participation. Nash Shafi is asking which tribe I am. I am Muganda. You say I speak like I don't know Luganda. It is my mother tongue, but this is internet. You have to use an international language if you are lucky to know it. Majority of the people who watch these videos don't even know a single word in my mother tongue. Lovely piece of skill from the Zambian, that one. I didn't even see it coming, but one of the better shots in the competition, most especially for its precision and accuracy. Kelvin has two choices, either to play yellow by connection by making a sharp cut of the yellow that is on the right, or what he's now doing is draw the white ball backwards after playing the yellow ball, which is packed in the middle of the pocket. I think that will do. Showing it to the Ugandan player Simon and the Ugandan fans that are supporting Simon what exactly he, Kelvin Fikoti, is made of. A simple roll of that yellow ball as long as he is on target. He almost got misfortunate there, but he went for power, which was power enough. A little bit lucky, by the way, because he wanted white ball to bounce off the cushions. Nonetheless, he will be playing the black ball to the corner pocket and misses. For the third time in this match, Kelvin commits an unforced error. And for the first time in this match, there is a pending likelihood that Simon will be taking the lead. Nasha, if you want me to host me at the Hive in Lira, I will be very happy. And if I come to Lira, if I can come with your boy, your homegrown boy, and I'm speaking of Caesar, but those are the places where he learned the game. But I came to Lira last year at Capital Pub. I was with the likes of Deo Olanya. I think you know those people. Then OC Ochen. All right, Kafero Gerald, thank you for watching. Actually, Kelvin was seeing the black ball. All the fans at the venue. I think he had a little curve on the white ball around the red to put it was actually a top shot. That one, I actually thought that he was playing black ball off the cushion. In the end of the day, it is one of the better shots of the match so far. Nonetheless, Kelvin 8 and Simon 7. So we are at exactly at the halfway point of the match, and the scores are as even and close as the word close itself. In fact, I want to confirm that even in the first match, at the halfway stage, it was 8-7, only that it was Simon in the lead, and it was at that very moment that he won 6 more frames in succession. And by the time Kelvin started winning a few, it was too little, too late. That is how Simon won, and that is how Kelvin was not contented at all. That is how he asked for a rematch, which rematch we are having now. Simon's point of worry now is the red ball that is in between the black and 3 of Kelvin's yellows. It is the one that he has to get sorted before thinking of making a clearance of frame number 16 for himself. You can see clearly he's getting good white ball for it. That was a little shot, but only top players produce stuff like that. It looks ordinary, but ordinary it is not at all. He will remove the scoreboard for trying to interfere with his positioning. Simon to go for that red ball, diagonally to the corner pocket closest to screen, bottom on the right, short on target. But I think he moved the white ball forward to match in the natural movement of the white ball. He wouldn't get a good one for the last red if he potted. He plays like top players normally do. He has white ball for the last red now. but potting it and finding the white ball for the black are two completely difficult things. Nonetheless, he'll try just to pot and have sight of the black, which he has. Now has the black ball there for the taking to the corner pocket on the top right. And you would tip him to sink it in, though it is not as easy as it may look. Simon versus the black for an equalizer. Black is in, white is safe. Simon 8, Kelvin 8. And his manager told him as long as it is apple, red or green, he will be receiving money from the stands. That's why you see Simon walking right across the camera, speaking to manager Zach Idiro. It is just to receive money.
Comment will resume shortly.
Jiven asking if the guy who was flipping the scoreboard was necessary for him to clean it. Just be understanding that he's not a neutral scoreboard flipper. He's of course supporting Simon. So every time that he's flipping the scoreboard in favor of Simon, he will do some of those antics. If you remember the guy that was flipping the scoreboard when Caesar was playing money matches against Jerry. Now this one is Simon's fan flipping the scoreboard. But Kelvin is not a Simon fan. And we'll be playing the last yellow and the black to most likely regain his lead on Simon. Spinning the white backwards, just like that. He has a very accurate one for the black to the center pocket on the right. They say you work hard and win easy. After clearing the yellows so well, he has the easiest spot of the black Kelvin to the center pocket. Yes, black is sunk in. It is Simon 8 and Kelvin 9. And to boost his morale a little bit, Mafia has just called him to the stands and gave him a 100 US dollar note. But I'm not so sure that Mafia is tipping Kelvin with that money. I think that when they are going back to their hotel, Mafia will be telling Kelvin, give me back my money. But I love the gesture anyway. A little bit of fun between Mafia, who is the Kelvin fan, and the Ugandans who are Simon fans. And they are doing it in a very friendly way. At last they are doing some good connections, and yeah, Paul is winning. I love that.
We shall not go to in the Pogo. You the Pogo.
So now that it has been Kelvin's turn to win, the scoreboard flipper has just flipped the scoreboard in favor of Kelvin, but with a very gloomy face. It's part of the fun. Be reminded that the scoreboard doesn't have the players' names there. It has their respective national flags on the left. The scores for Simon, and which scores it is the black, yellow, and red of Uganda, and on the right scores for Kelvin, and scores the predominant green with black and red and yellow below it. So when the table is open, the player in black rules is free to play red and pot yellow, or free to play yellow and pot red. The player will have closed the table playing the color that he would have potted. That's why Kelvin has played red, potting yellow in the process, and is going for yellows. His problem, Kelvin, is that yellow ball near the center pocket on the left where he's standing right now. Has to get solution for if he is to make a clearance of this yellow frame. In a normal shot, I don't see him placing white ball anywhere for him to pot, unless white ball which removes the red away, the red which is right behind that yellow. I do believe that you guys are watching the picture crystal clear as the one I'm watching from my watching position. Simon Petros, no, you think I'm jealous of Kelvin's $100? I don't think Mafia tipped him $100. I think Mafia will ask for his money. And actually, if he asks for his money, because I move with those guys back to their hotel every after match. So if Mafia does ask for his money, I'll be telling you tomorrow in the commentary. But don't tell him that I did. And Jonathan, thank you for bringing back the war between Zambia and Zimbabwe, the Victoria Falls War. People don't like even speaking about it, most especially Zambians. Another thing that Zambians don't like is seeing Kelvin miss shots as easy as that one to a player of his level. Maybe Simon will be playing red off the yellow, not only to pot, but also open up his reds entirely. Didn't even need to pot off the yellow, but ends up now having 6 reds, which are pretty much finishable. What I'm not sure of is that red ball near that center pocket where there is the black. I don't know if there is sight, if there is passage of that red ball to that same center pocket where there is black. If it is there, then he will be fancying Simon to win frame number 18 for himself as an equalizer. It is a miss. Simon has not led in this match at all. I do think that maybe this match will not be going to the wire. Maybe one of these guys will be finding a way to win 1, 2, 3, 4 frames in a row, and probably that. Sorry, folks watching on YouTube, there was that disturbance in the video. I think now it has been sorted. It is why I have been silent, trying to sort out exactly that. The guy you are hearing in the background supporting in Luganda is Mafia, encouraging Kelvin to break and finish. But in Luganda, Kelvin in double figures. He needs 6, while Simon needs 8 out of 13 frames, including this one. So I do believe that maybe in 1 hour we shall have a winner. Especially if they don't have any timeout, it could even be less than 1 hour, according to the playing speed of both of these guys, also according to the quality of the pool table where we are having as a pitch. Richard Obama, thank you for watching from Abim district. Ongom Dennis, thank you. You talk too much, however. Mabin Makwaza, thank you for watching. Susan Talasha, you want Kelvin to take you to 11 on this one, and it is quite likely he will. And if Kelvin wins a third, maybe with a chance of winning a fourth, it could be that the match could be starting to run away from Simon. If Kelvin goes to 11, and maybe if he can go to 12, because I believe that 11 is a formality now, and maybe the rematch shall not be won by Simon. Maybe the rematch shall end in success for Kelvin. And given the quality of ball he has played, the kind of year he has played, he has been one of the best players on the entire African continent this year. If I am to name the top 5 best performing players on the continent, Kelvin will definitely be one of them. Only that he's only having chance to shine in Uganda for the very first time in his career. Kelvin 11 and Simon 8.
Mutte one by one. Mutte.
Okay, ajangemu.
No problem.
You're going to pay our tuition, man.
Short silence. What just do? What Hey, Danga you. Just bleeding it. Check it out. Shut.
Mutte. No problem.
Shut down.
Let's do it.
Why is he now going to start? I thought when you leave, start.
Akalubira ddala. Kati njagala olabe.
No problem.
Ezo zibamba okwo mama
Yokona libera lya
Yes, sir.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to the Facebook audience whose video had been lost. Now it is back. It is a new stream. And there's a likelihood those who are watching on Facebook, you did miss the clearance by the computer, which took him to 9. The news is that after 20 frames played with 15 to go right now, Simon and Kelvin having an 11-9 lead for Kelvin. That is one of the better shots of the day for Simon, even playing as good as he normally plays. That one was from the top draw. The little part of the red that is available is the part that he gives himself wide for. And how he moved that right ball off those 3 questions is the same reason as to why his fans, when he did play with the Rock Catalina Polo Club about 10 years ago, did give him the nickname the Computer. And the Computer is now on the penultimate shot of the frame, ready to the center, very slowly, maybe opening up the black in the same shot. And he does so. He re-emphasizes why he was nicknamed the Computer. This frame was full of imagination and elaboration and entertainment. Very deserved. Frame number 10 won by Computer. And it is now 10 for Simon and 11 for Kelvin. Simon needs 6, while Kelvin needs 5 out of the next 10 frames. By the way, momentarily the guy did insinuate that it was 15 frames to go. Sorry, it is 10 frames to go. Second 3-minute timeout of the match by Kelvin. Once again, Simon 10 and Kelvin 11.
Ugenda kulembera ku 15 na 15. Kabomanyi Ajax kutuse mu 9 kati bagenda jikukula. ngenda kukola engalo waya zonna ziri hypnosis. You know what I hate about it? It's going to take 2 minutes, and then after every shot, someone to think. That is the worst thing about it.
I just want to have a little word with Moses Mafia. Extend a little bit here. Who is the leading fan of Kelvin today? How do you see this game going, Mafia?
This game is going well.
You think you're winning, eh?
Yes, of course we're winning.
And thank you for tipping Kelvin with $100. But
You're welcome.
don't take the money away from him after the game. Eh?
No, I can't do that.
Now, you seem to you want to play with Uganda's national champion, but he seems to be not so willing. Or whatever is delaying, he's playing delaying tactics. So no, are you serious? You want to play with Mansour?
Yes, I want to play him. I supposed to play him yesterday, but
Yeah.
he's been hiding since I came here.
Yeah.
I really want to play him.
So you just talk to his management. They are listening.
Where are they?
They are online. They are listening. They are in Kampala.
Okay, managers for Mansour. I want to play Mansour like 1,000 pot, 1,000 US pot.
All right. Thank you very much. The message is loud and clear.
You're welcome.
And Kelvin has also won another one for you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Management of Bwanika Mansour. The message is clear. The other message is that Kelvin has re-increased his lead to 2 frames to make himself happy, to make Zambia happy, from Livingston to Kitwe to Ndola to Lusaka to Kasama to Chingola to Kabwe to Siavonga to Mongo to Shesheke and everywhere in between. 22 frames to go. Simon in a first time break again because the Zambian is refusing to give up once again. In the rest to 16, it is Simon 10 and Kelvin 12.
Soda yakanyanya. Abanya muliro. awali omuliro soda yakanywa nnya. Yakanywa nnya. Soda yakanywa eriba ly'ensuuka. It's not yet over until it's over. Soda yakanywa munana.
Mapema 9 games.
Let your chop.
Hey.
Very serious, you know.
What's happening? What's playing?
They're fixing the lights.
But it's not
Bien.
like-
Oli kulya sontwa. Sontwa.
Now, that guy.
Yangoja kusoma.
So the man to the man.
Mofia, you are enjoying your friend is fighting. Eh? You are saying the pressure is too much. The pressure creases.
Midi. Midi.
Have you watched Fast and Furious? When you're about to win, then the opponent, Vin Diesel comes in and Vin Diesel is there.
Let him.
He's going to.
Let him.
So close. Vin Diesel. Give me some. Baatugamba nga simanya giwonya okufuuka ku buli.
Naye si bituufu.
Yatukubya. Gakomyewo.
So continue to
So, how is friends?
Chinyanja, Zambia.
This man must catch up now.
Yeah,
This is today.
now.
Must catch up now.
Now.
No,
No problem. No problem.
Sontwa.
No problem.
Ah!
My apologies, dear guys, for that stop. That 3-minute stop in the match. It was me actually trying to sort out the lighting problem at the venue, and the players were keen not to play unless the light issue is sorted. They want to play only when they are sure. One thing that is becoming increasingly sure is the bigger likelihood that the Zambian in Kelvin Fikoti is winning the rematch against Computer. And Computer will have himself to blame for missing the black ball, which could have been an 11th frame for himself against Kelvin's 12. And simply by missing it, Kelvin is playing recovery, going for snooker, getting the 2 shots in the process, and now winning frame number 23 for himself. Including this frame, it is 9 to go. And of the 9, Simon needs 6. And against a player of Kelvin's level, that is quite unlikely. Just like that, frame number 23, before saying is being won by Kelvin, I will say that it is being lost by Computer. Nonetheless, it is Kelvin 13 and Simon 10, meaning that Kelvin now needs 3, while Simon needs 6 of the remaining 8 frames. Fisago is asking why most players don't make tour of South Africa. I think it is only one player that has toured South Africa before. One thing there is no doubt about the fact that South Africa has the best players on the African continent up to today. And you can only give credit to countries like Zambia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Tanzania. Was just ascertaining that you can only give credit to countries like Zambia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Eswatini, South Africa, Botswana, a little bit of Malawi, Tanzania, even Kenya coming up right now to try and give a challenge to the South African players. So anybody daring to go there with the players that good and then allowing them home advantage is quite an uphill task. So only one player has made a tour of South Africa, that is the Ugandan in Caesar. Some players go there only to participate in a comp, but not just to play tour and then have races with the best South African players on their own home turf, especially in Johannesburg and Cape Town. Those are places that are so dangerous. Going there would be trading on very deep waters. Actually, when Caesar made a tour of South Africa, he lost 2 matches to Jerry. Did not get to play a race with Aiden in his tour. That was early this year, by the way. I think it was in February this year. And the rest of the South African players who dared to play against Caesar, they lost. Right behind my commentary position is Moses Mafia. He's eating Sonto because it is Sonto season in Uganda. And I'm talking about grasshoppers. Here they are called Nzenene. I just called them in Chinyanja. So they are a very good delicacy here. And many of you who are listening think that I'm joking by saying that people eat grasshoppers here. Boy, they are such a delicacy. But Kelvin will not be so happy about himself with this shot. And it will be an opportunity for Simon, I think, because it is a frame which I don't think is within reach of anybody trying to make a clearance solve, even though that person is as good as is Kelvin. And after this match, both Kelvin and Mafia will be getting public transport means on road to Masaka, about 120 kilometers west of Kampala, to participate in the KV Arena Christmas Cup Championship, which is happening this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, respectively, at KV Arena, Nyendo, Masaka. Kelvin, even being Kelvin, has come short. White ball is intercepted by Simons. Yellow. His best bet, in my opinion, will be a bank shot. Taking that red ball off the cushion, maybe the corner pocket on the left of your screen. Quite unlikely. There is a yellow. Even on the right, there are yellows and black. Center pocket, quite unlikely. Any good shot, unless a little bit lucky, unless off a few of computer's yellows. Goes for the center. That was close. That was close. And it was close to being the best shot of the battle so far. It is an attempted failure, which even in failure can only make you applaud the effort of the player. Seems Simon has snookered even the most obvious angle. Kelvin will have to find the cushion, to play off the cushion, try and find his red, but even off the cushion, he needs a little bit of spin on the white ball. He's still going for the top cushion. He gets the shot wrong. Advantage to the computer. Gift Enterprise, you say one day you will go to face Mandi versus Fikoti. You are coming there. Mandi versus Fikoti. Mandi did play up to the semi-finals of the Billiards Cafe double elimination competition in Zambia about 1 month ago. Actually, it was double life. I do remember Kelvin finishing only in the top 8, Mandi in the top 4. If I'm not mistaken, Mandi could have taken out Kelvin. Actually, yes, Mandi did beat Kelvin. If I'm not mistaken, it is a match I streamed on the Facebook page I'm streaming on right now. It wasn't live on YouTube then, because that Zambian network wasn't good enough to facilitate a YouTube stream. Kayizi Morgan, you're saying the network is very poor.
Africa large.
No problem. Hey. Okay.
Nice shot.
Fucking this one, right? Ah.
Biba tebivuddeko nange biba bintuddemu.
Kati wali operator batafemu night plus. Vin Diesel naseka.
Tuleta.
Ate nali ndaba. Yes sir. Yes
Atula kasuka. Ewa. Byonna obisobola. Presidente.
Just been trying to switch all my gadgets to one internet service provider, which seems now to be having stronger internet at this time in the area, and that is MTN. I'm not making any advert for them. Yes, they are giving me what I like. Simon Nwobola, the Ugandan computer, is trying to make a comeback against Kelvin Nkandu in a race to 16 for $1,000 here at Roxbury in Chiwanga in Uganda. A match that has not seen Simon in the lead at all since its start. Has been neck to neck to neck to neck all through. About 15 minutes ago, it looked as though Kelvin was running away with the match. And yet for now, momentum is starting to get back to the way of the computer, because he's making it 12 with the clearance by putting this block, which he does. By break and finish, Simon makes it 12 after 25 frames, and Kelvin 13. The speed at which Kelvin jumped off his seat when Simon potted white ball on the break is language enough to communicate to you what the break means to players over this level. He didn't even wait for any ball to rest, as immediately the white ball got potted to the center pocket. Kelvin just jumped off his seat like a madman. He has a chance to win a 14th here for himself, for Lusaka, for Eagles, for Zambia. This one will be a free shot. And Kelvin uses his free shots to play the black ball into space. Someone is just whispering to me, a fan, that he's preparing black for the future. Thank you for watching, my good friend William Soko. The guy who I like to say every time I see him watching online, he's the guy that inspired a full generation of streamers on the African continent, myself inclusive. And he always says that he feels very comfortable at his home in Lusaka. Every time he's watching African pool, no longer need to stream for others, but also others to stream with him watching. Thank you for your work, William. I hope one day you learn how to play as good as you can stream. And if you ever dare to play a race with me, I will beat you as good as I beat your comrade, Francis Mkwekwe. In continuation of attacking play with a very serious looking face and body language of Kelvin Nkandu, who is on a mission to clean Uganda. Very willing to play in Uganda, and by the way, this guy as much as is Moses Mafia. So any Ugandan as a pool player, feel free to make contact. You can inbox me on this very platform or my phone numbers, which are very public. Mafia and Kelvin are here for business. Mafia has made it clear on this very stream that he doesn't know why Mansour is running away. He was a little bit sarcastic. Ibra is also on Kelvin's radar at this very venue, maybe mid, if not early, next week. Tomorrow for Kelvin and Mafia, it will be participation in the KV Pool Arena Christmas Championship tournament that is happening about 120 kilometers west of Kampala. And we're in a district that is called Mukono, about 10 kilometers east of Kampala. So we have to travel 130 kilometers to be ready for that comp tomorrow morning. Sometimes that is what we have to go through for these games to happen, but we do so quite willingly, passion driven. Just the players are, the officials are, the streamers are, the fans are. Kelvin needing kind of big white here. White ball, playing top spin, white ball bouncing off two cushions, maybe in between the black. Made it look simple. He did the easiest option available when he was queuing. I thought he was going for a very big shot to bring the white ball so close to the yellow. Nonetheless, he has chance to make sharp target. Diagonal white ball, diagonal yellow ball, and diagonal target. Kelvin Fikoti, the Lusaka Express, seemingly going 14-12 up on the computer, trying to benefit on a foul on the break, a scratch on the break by Simon. Kelvin puts the black. He leads 14-12.
You prepare your story.
As the match becomes older, players will become more skeptic of themselves, even the rocking position. Simon is a little bit concerned. He knows that this match could be won right on the break. Like you saw, Simon's break was a scratch. Kelvin needs a big break to make it 15. The break is big. Red is potted. Actually, two reds. And all balls on the table besides one red near the center pocket on the left. The other 13 balls are positioned perfectly well for the taking, including the yellows and reds and the black. White ball is in space. I think Kelvin is going for break and finish here. And if he makes it 15 by break and dish, you just see very little chance of Simon winning 4 in a row to try and take down Kelvin. It is 5 frames to go. Simon needs 4 of them. Kelvin needs 2. That's what makes this frame very important. If Kelvin wins it, he will be within 1 of the victory. For Simon needing 5-4. And if Simon wins it, then Kelvin will be back in pressure mode. Kelvin's best bet of winning this frame is by break and finish, meaning he has to go for the frame and go for it now. Yes, he closes the table, and yes, he is playing the yellows. And I just got it from a member of Caesar's management team that they want to take Kelvin on next week and to do a trilogy with either Kelvin or Mafia, but most likely it will be Kelvin. And I'm yet to share that news with Kelvin because because he was preparing for this match by the time that news came to me. So I kept it to myself. We'll only share it with him after this match is done. I do expect him to have a yes answer because he's in Uganda to play. And we just give it to these guys that make tours to different countries, including Kelvin, because this is Uganda is not the first country he's touring. This year he already toured Zimbabwe earlier in there. I remember watching on Kipixo's photography Facebook streaming platform of Francis Mukwekwe. He did have 2 matches with Malvan Mukonza, winning one and losing another. He lost also to Blessings Bibido. He defeated Timothy Onida Sakala. If I'm not mistaken, he may have lost to Pakanati Jamu. The trip to Zimbabwe did not go well for himself, but the trip to Uganda is so far a success, most especially if he can win this match, which very likely he could. If he can finish this frame in his current visit of the table, his best bet of a shot, Kelvin, is banking that yellow ball, which he's looking at, to the center pocket on the right ball, with white ball bouncing off the cushion on the left, then sinking that yellow to the center pocket on the right. White ball naturally remains in that position near where there is a yellow ball to put the last yellow to the corner pocket on the top right, and black is there for the taking. Will still go for a sharp cut of the same yellow to the center pocket, goes for the bank and gets the bank. White is perfect. And frame number 27 seems to be going the way of break and finish in favor of Kelvin. He made the white ball look even sweeter by bouncing it off the top cushion to have perfect positioning for the last yellow, which gives him an even better perfect position, an even better position for the black, which he will be definitely be putting to the center pocket on the right. He will have to remove the scoreboard to play with the comfort, but it won't matter because he will be sinking this one in, which he does. It is Kelvin 15 and Simon 12. Now this is the math. There are 4 frames left. Simon must win them all, or else he loses the battle. And in the last 3, 4, 5 frames, one shot that Simon has been getting absolutely wrong has been the break, and one shot that Kelvin has been getting absolutely okay has been the break. And a frame in this mode with chance to win $1,000 by clearing one frame. Even Moses Bokenya will be fancying himself to try and attempt a reverse dish to try and make it 16, limit Simon to 14, which is what Kelvin is trying to do, to win himself $1,000. Kelvin on an open table and on a free shot to make it 16. The magic number 16. Remember, this shot is a free shot. It doesn't determine which color of balls the player will be playing. He uses it to play the black ball a little bit away from the yellows and leaves an opening in which he will be putting one of the yellow balls to the center pocket, a shot that will close the table, a shot that will put him on the way to winning this frame, in which case winning the frame would mean winning the money, in which case it would be perfect revenge after losing to Simon in the first match about 3 days ago. Kelvin closes the table and is playing yellows. 5 of them they are in number, all of them in perfect space. It is pretty much Kelvin now playing against himself. Simply has to get his mind right. Simply has to keep himself calm and cool and composed to win this frame, and winning this frame will be winning the match. Winning the match is winning the money for himself, for Eagles, for Zambia, for Lusaka, for Ndola, for Livingston, for Mungu, for Mofulira, for Choma, for Chinsali, for Solwezi, for Mpika, for Nakonde, and everywhere in between. Kelvin going for red apple. 4 yellows and a black. The difference between him, celebration and grief, as a sigh of happiness starts in Lusaka, with the expectation that the Lusaka Express is going for gold. Has only one relatively difficult ball that yellow ball is looking at, the one that is put up with the corner pocket closest to your screen on the right where he's standing right now. It will be a simple roll with a little bit of top spin white ball following the yellow just a little bit, giving him a groove to put the yellow ball, which is on the right. The players have been kicking the scoreboard away throughout the match. It will not be mattering. What matters is for Kelvin to make a clearance. Now clearly playing against himself, as Moses Mafia encourages him to finish and using Luganda language. Now on to yellows is Kelvin. White ball has to bounce off the cushion with a little spin on it. That looks so brilliant, so easy for a player of this level, but so useful. The little shot has a little bit of difficulty if he wants accurate white, but if he doesn't want it so accurate, he can just spot easy and have just sight of the black. Seems to be going for top spin. White ball bouncing off the cushion, moving towards the direction of the black. He makes it so good on the eye. Kelvin versus the black for the victory, and Kelvin wins. Roxbury is locked up in silence. Uganda in cold as Zambia celebrates. It is a third victory for Kelvin Fikoti on Ugandan soil. It's actually the second out of 3, I beg your pardon. The tour of Uganda from Kelvin and Mafia is so far quite successful, as Simon Lubulwa is defeated in rematch. Final score, Simon Lubulwa 12 and Kelvin Nkandu 16. I wish you a very good night, and may the Almighty God bless you.